I'm a big believer in doing what you can where you are with what you have. But if you have 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 bucks, maybe $1,000 or two, if you have the ability to convert it into silver, and that's a choice you make on your own, I personally don't believe you could go wrong. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Hope you're doing well, feeling great, and staying safe. It's an excellent day to have an excellent day. Today I wanted to talk about both silver and gold because it is, after all, the first open market day of 2021. But really quick, just in case you're new, make sure to subscribe for daily videos. Also subscribe to my second channel, which is my backup channel for exclusive weekly content. Brand new video over there. Go check it out. The link will be in the description. And if you want to get some DYDSS merchandise to help support the channel, I would really appreciate it. Any and all merchandise can be found by clicking the first link in the description section down below. Thank you in advance. It's more than appreciated. But today, I wanted to talk about the first open market day of 2021. Today, as we all know, on Friday, that was New Year's Day. Markets are closed. It's a holiday. Saturday and Sunday, that's the weekend. Markets are closed. Today is Monday, and we can actually see the numbers moving around a little bit. And by the way, I'm referring to both the precious metal market and also the stock market for those of you who stack and invest. Now, the two markets, vastly different. They have a lot of similarities. Oftentimes they follow the same trends. Oftentimes they react to similar world news and economic news, but they're very, very different. One is used for saving money, one is used for making money. Now, let me talk about the stock market really quick first, because we saw quite a bit of activity in the pre-market, but when the markets officially opened up for everybody, we didn't see a whole lot of activity, not a whole lot of excitement. I was surprised by this. I thought a whole lot more movement was going to occur today. Now, when it comes to silver and gold, a little bit different as well, because neither of the two metals have moved very much at all. I'm looking at silver right now. It's up a little bit, but it's still in the $26 range. In fact, as I'm recording today's video, it's $26.90, which is up by about 54 cents, which means it's up by a little over 2%. And then if we were to take a look at gold, as I'm recording today's video, it's $1,936.20. So gold is up a little bit. The last couple of weeks, we saw gold in the mid to high $1,800 range, but now it's in the $1,900 range. It's up by $38.20, which means, virtually identical to silver, it's up by a little bit over 2%. Now, I'm not surprised. I'm not shocked. This is virtually exactly what I was expecting. In fact, if you watch any of my videos talking about the near future of precious metals over the last, 6 months or so, it's exactly what I've been saying. I don't think silver and gold are going to do really anything at all for quite a bit of time. Now, the reason I say this is because silver and gold, they tend to react a little bit later down the road. They're not as sensitive to everything going on in comparison to the stock market, that is. Now, silver and gold, they both go up, they both go down due to different things going on. But when it comes to, let's just say, the second stimulus, everybody's talking about the second stimulus.
You get $600. You get $600. Everybody gets $600.
I got comments on my videos the very moment 45 signed it into law. People were saying,
oh my God, the market is rigged. 45 signed that little piece of paper and silver didn't automatically go to $1 trillion. What is going on?
And it just doesn't really work that way. A signature on a piece of paper doesn't inherently mean silver is officially going to take off. Now, a lot of people were automatically drawing this conclusion because when you think of stimulus and people not working and where's this money coming from and the taxpayers and the printing and inflation, you start to automatically go into dollar going down, silver going up mindset, which is the truth. That is typically what we see. But a signature on a piece of paper isn't a magic trick that all of a sudden turns into inflation causing the dollar bill to go down. That's something that we're going to see later down the road. But when it comes to inflation, we don't really see the ramifications of printing until a couple years later. Sometimes as early as maybe a year or two down the road, but the moment the signature is on the paper doesn't drive silver and gold through the roof. It just doesn't work that way. But I wanted to talk about silver and gold in 2021. Now, anybody who's familiar with my channel and anybody who's asked me over the last 3 years, I've never once made a precious metal prediction. I do not make predictions on this channel. Unfortunately, I'm not a fortune teller. I'm not a psychic. I have no clue what silver and gold are going to do. But I can tell you my honest, objective expectations. I truly do not believe silver or gold are going to move very much at all. Now, we could see silver go to $27, $28, $29. It can go down to $23, $22, $21. In my opinion, that's not a whole lot of movement. Going up or down a couple of bucks, to me, that's not really doing anything drastic. That's not anything extreme. If we were to see silver surpass the $30 mark or go below the $20 mark, that would be a different story. But if silver gold is just going up or down a couple of bucks, it's not really that big of a deal to me. It's not what I consider to be massive movement, or oh my god, it's skyrocketing, or oh my god, it's falling apart. I don't see going up or down a couple of dollars or up or down a couple of percentage points to be anything extreme. And the same could be said about gold. If gold were to go up 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 bucks or down the same amount, that's not a whole lot of movement. That's not a whole lot of activity. That's not gold all of a sudden becoming crazy expensive or gold coming crashing down, in my opinion. It's important to remember everything I say in my videos and on this channel is just merely my opinion, not a financial advisor. So don't take anything on this channel as financial advice. Do your own research, form your own opinions, make your own decisions based off of your conclusions, not mine. But I don't think silver or gold are going to move very much at all for a little bit of time. Now, I'm talking about the near future, by the way. I'm talking about this month, next month, the following month. But what happens when we get to mid-2021? What happens when we get to the third quarter or the fourth quarter of 2021? Or as we are crossing over from 2021 into 2022? What about a year from now? What then? In my opinion, I believe if and when the economy starts to get back on track, as more people return to work, as more massive industries, sectors, businesses, companies reopen and get back to the level of manufacturing that they were at around this time last year before everything fell apart, as we begin to stabilize and recover, I think the spot price of both silver and gold, especially silver, will officially begin to climb. Now, the reason I say this is because, as mentioned in previous videos, over the last couple of months, or over the last 9 months or 10 months, or however long it's been, I think, due to everything shutting down and due to the massive global demand for precious metals, specifically silver, significantly reducing, because let's be honest, the number one player in the global silver demand would be the jewelry industry. Also, silverware, it's used in photography, it's used in medicine, it's used in cars, it's used in electronics, it's the most reflective metal on the planet, it's the best conductor of both heat and electricity. Silver is used all over the place. However, in 2020, it wasn't used nearly as much. Nothing was used nearly as much. Everything was significantly reduced. Everything was lowered. Operations were reduced. Places were shut down. A whole lot less coins were minted. A whole lot less jewelry was made. A whole lot less everything took place in 2020, which is why the economy took such a big hit. If all of a sudden everything stops, that's not good. That's why I'm hoping and praying every day that we get back on track as quickly as possible. We're not out of the woods just yet. It's going to take a lot of time. It's going to take blood, sweat, and tears. It's not going to be an overnight thing. Hopefully later this year, middle of the year, end of the year, or early next year, we'll officially see quite a bit of progress. But until then, I don't think anything is really going to be moving all that much. But once we get to the point where everything's back on track, in my opinion, when all of these massive industries start demanding for more silver and using more silver and getting more silver. I mean, the jewelry industry requires like 100 million ounces of silver a year. That's a lot of silver. And not a whole lot of it was used last year. So this year and next year and the following year, if we start to normalize, if we start to stabilize, if we get back on track, I personally believe silver's going to go up. All of these industries go back to demanding silver. Keep in mind, not a whole lot of silver was mined in 2020 either. So there's quite a bit less silver to work with. We have to dig up more silver. But from a stacking perspective, I'm not talking about these massive industries and silver's 10,000 plus different uses. From a stacking perspective, I said it in yesterday's video, or the video from 2 days ago. I don't remember when I posted it. When I talked about why I believe the premiums are gonna slowly but surely be on the decline, because I believe there's a smaller stacking demand right now than there was 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 months ago. I believe the premiums are going to come down, but I think the spot price is likely to go up. And I think it might be likely to go up sooner than I was hoping for. See, prior to March of 2020, when everything crashed and everything fell apart, I remember saying to a lot of people, because I would get comments on my videos every day saying,
silver's gonna go to $1 million tonight.
And I would always say, I was like, well, probably not, and I hope not, because I would like to get a few thousand more ounces of silver. Give me another 5 to 10 years of stacking before we see the spot price do anything extreme. I want to get as much silver as I possibly can. A lot of people are on the edge of their seat with their fingers crossed, hoping that silver just officially takes off out of nowhere. I want the opposite to happen. I don't want silver to take off out of nowhere. I don't want silver to even be as high as it is right now. I would love to see silver back in the $22, $21, or $20 range. It'd be even nicer to see silver back in the teens again if the premiums are not $20 at that point. But point being is that I want to get as much silver as I possibly can. That way, if and when it does officially take off, which, by the way, I don't think it will officially take off. I don't think it's just going to boom out of nowhere. I think it's going to be a slow, gradual rise. I think it's going to be healthy growth. I personally don't find rapid growth to be the greatest, because if something goes up that quickly, it can come crashing down just as fast. And we've seen that time and time again with all of these other examples. Now, when it comes to silver, though, I would like to see healthy growth. I would like it to gradually increase in value over time. That's just personally what I would like to see. And if and when we do see silver get to that point where it's going up and up and up and up, when it goes to 30, 40, if it makes its way all the way back up to $50 an ounce, if it somehow goes beyond $50, which is for sure possible, 60, 70, 80, 90 bucks, maybe one day we'll even see silver in the triple digits. Imagine that, $100 an ounce silver. That could happen over time. But until that happens, I'm just going to be hacking away at it, little by little, picking up as much silver as I can when I can. I'm a big believer in doing what you can where you are with what you have. We might not have a whole lot to work with. We might not have $1 million to go and convert into as much silver as possible. But if you have 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 bucks, 100 bucks, 500 bucks, 600 bucks with a stimulus check, maybe $1,000 or two, whatever you have laying around, if you have the ability to convert it into silver, and that's a choice you make on your own, I personally don't believe you could go wrong. At this point right here, with silver in the mid-20s, now, by the way, if you convert your dollars to silver right here, right now, in the mid-20s, $26, $27 an ounce, give or take, and then a couple weeks down the road it goes down to $25 or $24, that's not anything to worry about. That's not anything to get scared over. That's not anything terrible. That's not everything falling apart. That's just a dip. And when I first got started stacking, when silver was only $17 an ounce and premiums were only like $1 or $2, I remember being excited when I saw silver in the red. If I picked up some silver at 17 bucks and then a couple days later it went down to 16.75, some people get scared. I get happy. That's good news. If I saw silver go up to 17.25, I would have said,
Oh no, that's not a good thing.
some people might think it is. Long term, it's a good thing, but in the short term, when you're trying to stockpile the silver, now is the time to stack it. If you just got started stacking this year, or last year, or within the last couple of years, or even in the last couple of decades, there's a good chance you're still stacking. There's a good chance, maybe even if you're in 20, 30 years, you're still trying to get as much silver as possible. You're still going full throttle, even though it's been a couple of decades. But if your objective is to get more silver, if you're prioritizing turning the pile of silver into a mountain of silver, when you see silver in the red, when you see silver going down, when you see it dipping, or when you see it reducing, or when you see a pullback or a correction of any sort, that's good news. That's something to celebrate over. That means you can get more. You can get a better bang for your buck than you did last time around. In fact, I was just having a conversation with a friend of mine the other day. She was asking me if I can teach her about the stock market. And I said, yeah, what do you want to know? And she was asking some questions, and I was answering some questions. And one of her biggest concerns was, what if we see a crash like we did in 2008? And then I said, well, we'll bounce back like we did in 2009 or 2010. Like 100% of the time, it's recovered. Going by history, if it goes down, it goes back up. And the same could be said about silver and gold. What happened in March of 2020 when silver came crashing down? A lot of people were scared.
I don't know. What if silver goes down to $10 an ounce? What if it goes down to $8 an ounce? What then?
Boom. What happened over the next couple of weeks? It climbed right back up to where it was. And what happened a couple of weeks after that? It went higher. See, people were buying in when spot price was about 18 bucks, and then all of a sudden silver got slashed down to about 12 bucks. People got scared, and you know, as unfortunate as it may sound, I know that's a really painful thing to think about, but people bought in at 18 bucks, and when it went down to 12, people sold. People got scared. People got nervous. People got frightened. People didn't know what to do. They panicked, and they sold at $12 an ounce. And guess what? People like me, maybe people like you, bought off of them.
Money!
But the point I'm trying to make is that when silver went from $18 down to $12, like in the blink of an eye, what happened? It just climbed right back up. It fell down. Just like we do sometimes. We make mistakes. Some things go wrong. Not everything is perfect 100% of the time. Every setback is a setup for a major comeback. And I think silver made a pretty good comeback, going from $18 down to $12. Had a lot of people scared. What did it do? It climbed right back up to 18 bucks. Then what did it do after that? Went to 19, then 20, then 21, 23, 25, 27, $29. All over the course of a few months. Again, I'm not a financial advisor, but I'm very curious. Everyone watching this video right now, what do you hope to see silver do in the short term? Or gold too? What do you hope to see silver and gold do over the next couple of months or throughout the year of 2021? That's all short term to me. But what are your long-term expectations of silver and gold? What do you think the next couple of years, 5, 10, 15 years down the road, are going to bring us in reference to the precious metals? And if anybody's interested in joining the Precious Metals VIP Club, it's where I can do things on my own terms, not on YouTube's terms, my terms. I'm hosting privately held live streams. They're smaller, easier to manage. I'm also doing giveaways, discounts, personalized promo codes, shout-outs, deal alerts when silver and gold is on sale on a variety of different websites. And of course, you can watch all of the YouTube videos early and commercial-free. Come join the Precious Metals VIP Club. It'll be the first link in the description. You're invited. I'd be happy to have you. And if you guys enjoyed today's video, please hit that like button. If you guys like me, make sure to subscribe. New videos every single day, 365 days a year. Also subscribe to my second channel, which is my backup channel for exclusive weekly content. Brand new video over there. Go check it out. The link will be in the description. Trying really hard to hit 2,000 subscribers. We just hit 1,500, and I appreciate that. Got a brand new video dropping tonight, so keep your eyes peeled. And if you want to help support the channel in the biggest possible way, please consider getting yourself some DYDSS merchandise. Of course, we have some precious metal themed t-shirts and hoodies, which are up for grabs, along with a ton of other products, t-shirts, hoodies, even stickers, many of which are raising funds and awareness for different charity organizations, such as the recently released Kraken Stackin' t-shirt, hoodie, sticker, and coffee mug, inspired by the beautiful 2-ounce silver Kraken coin, which, by the way, is helping us raise a little bit of funds and awareness for ocean cleanup charity organizations at no additional cost to you. It comes out of my pocket, not yours. Any and all merchandise can be found by clicking the first link in the description section down below. Thank you in advance. It's more than appreciated. And I want you guys to head on down to the comments and let me know, what are your thoughts regarding the first day of the open market of 2021? What are your thoughts on silver and gold both being up by a little over 2%? By the way, this video has been about 20 minutes long, and silver is no longer up about 2%. It's up almost 3%. Gold is up by almost 2.5%. So both precious metals have gone up ever so slightly just over the last not even half an hour. Head on down to the comments and let me know anything and everything related to today's video topic. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. And remember, don't you dare stop smiling. Peace.